Hi everyone, welcome to the new episode of Crypto Street, your one-stop shop for everything crypto. I'm your host Bitcoingem and I'm here to bring you latest news, trend and analysis from the world of crypto. In every episode we look at different price movements, we look at different regulatory developments in the crypto space and a lot of exciting stuff that is happening in the world of crypto. Since last episode, we have started with Trader's Paradise and we'll continue it in this episode too, where we'll straight away go and look at some of the charts that you have requested me on Twitter. So let's begin today's episode with Bitcoin analysis. So let's look at Bitcoin chart. We're looking at Bitcoin 1 day chart or daily chart. The current three important price zones for me are this. The most important price zone right now is 27,700. Below this, the momentum will be bearish. Above this, the momentum will be bullish. As long as we keep getting daily closing below 27,700, I see us eventually going down and retesting this zone of 24,300. This was a previous resistance zone. You can see here very clearly, and it is now being will be tested. Whether we test it as support or we lose this, that we have to see. Ideally we would like to see it hold as support, then the macro trend will be intact and the bullish overall bullish momentum will continue. You can see why this is very important, because once we start consolidating above 27,700, which we were doing it for a few days, but we have to reclaim it back, then we are going for 32,300. This was the previous price action over here from May to June 2022, and you can see that we are again doing that same thing over here. So it's very important to reclaim 27,700. As long as we don't do that, I see us eventually going and retesting 24,300. So this is Bitcoin's overall analysis. This is what I expect Bitcoin to trade in the coming few weeks to a month. These are the three important price zones. As and when we get there, we'll talk about the scenario, what next can happen. But for now, these are the price zones that you should keep in mind for the Bitcoin chart. So the first chart of altcoin analysis is Morpheus network, that is MNW, and we are currently looking at MNW daily chart. It has lost the bullish momentum once it lost this support of $1.5 in my opinion. This was a very important support. This was the breakout and we saw this impulse, and then it started correcting and it has lost this. If at all it can regain or reclaim this as support, then I see it again going and retesting these levels of 1.75 to $2. But if it continues to consolidate below 1.5, then I see it going higher. Going lower. The first support for me would be $1.2, and eventually it would be at this zone of around 89 to 90 cents. So overall this is currently correcting, and if it and to for any bullish momentum it needs to reclaim 1.5, or else I see it going to these zones of 1.2 to 89 cents, and which is very important zone. If this is lost, then I think it will be very bad and can go for the retest of the lows around here. So currently 1.5 is important to reclaim. And if you're looking to DCA, I think 1.2 and 0.89, these are great zones to DCA in my opinion, if you like the project and if you're looking to accumulate. The next chart we are looking at is RIO, uh, RIO USDT chart. And if you like my analysis and if you like that I take your Twitter request and I do it over here, then I also request you to please subscribe to the channel and like this video. So for RIO, it is the very important price range was around at 12 cents, which it broke down, but it has reclaimed it, which is a very good sign. We can see daily closing above this, and this means that it will continue with the bullish momentum, and it is reclaimed the lost support. I see it going to at least 26 cents as long as we hold this support of 12 cents. But if we lose it, then I see it correcting all the way down to around 6 cents. So, good risk to reward if you manage your position well. In my opinion, if you're looking to trade, a small bet over here you can take with an upside of almost 100%, but keeping in mind there is also a downside of 50%, so position yourself accordingly. But otherwise, I think this is currently having a good bullish momentum as long as we hold this 12 cent region. The third chart that we are going to look at is constellation, that is DAG USDT chart, and again it has broken an important support at around 4 cents. This was an important support. You can see over here very clearly that this led to this expansion or the impulse move on the upside, and since then we are looking at the correction, finding small bounces but not that great. So the two important price zones, not just 4 cent, but this 3 cent region. You can see over here, these were the important price zone. So this region currently it needs to hold, and if it can, then again it will start climbing higher. 4 and 5 cents would be resistance zones, and once it clears this 5 cent zone, then I think we can go higher. But if at all we lose this 3 cent region, then I see it correcting all the way down to around 0.17. So around 1.5 cents to 1.17 is what I see it retesting if at all we lose this support. Currently we are at support, so unless the support is broken, assume it's a support, and I think if this holds, it will likely go higher rather than lower. And the last chart for today in the altcoin request we are going to look at is Marshall, that is unmarshalled, which is Marsh USDT. Again, very important price that it has lost was 14 cents, which was important for the bullish momentum to continue. But it's consolidating well, and Marsh is a very small or a micro cap gem. So I think these moves are not that. I mean, these moves are okay because it's a very small cap. It's hardly $5 or $6 million market cap. So rather than trading, you should look at DCing into this project if you like this project. I'm personally very bullish on this project and I like to accumulate in parts. And this is a disclaimer because I hold a bag of Marsh. So if you're purely looking to trade, if once it reclaims 14 cent, the next important resistance is 17 cent, and then to the high of the recent high at around 25 to 26 cents. But if it loses 10 cent region, it can go and retest this 8 cent region. Currently, it's finding support from 10. It's getting resistance at 14. It's a very small range. So I think overall, this is an amazing project. And if I'm not wrong, its ICO price was at around 17 cents. So you're getting to buy below ICO price. So if you have a long-term horizon, and if you are looking to accumulate some for the next bull market, you should definitely look into this project and only invest if you are ready to. I can be wrong. This project can go to zero. Anything in crypto can go to zero. So keep that in mind and only invest if you are okay with it. So these were the altcoin analysis for this week. Let me know which altcoins do you want me to analyze and come back for the new episode. Do help me push this channel, push these videos by liking, subscribing and sharing if you can. Take care everyone. Bye bye.